all, welcome to yet another dashboard. This is Tableau Tarzan, and in this video we will be continuing with how we are creating the Pokemon dashboard. So to recap, we have created all these charts, and the way it will work is that if you click any of these type 1, type 2 or any of these tiles here, these you'll get the top 6. Let me show you how it looks like. Right, so if you click water, you'll get all the water Pokemons. If you click flying, you'll get all the water and flying Pokemons, right? So if you want the best water Pokemon in generation 1, this is how you just have to click and you get the respective top 6. So we are here right now, and in this video I'll take you through the filters. You see the actions that happened just a few seconds ago. So how do we make sure that those actions, how do we enable those actions here such that if you click here, if you click on water, these things are filtered? So let's dive into this. The first way to make this happen is all you have to do is go to this drop down and say use as filter. So when you say use as filter, all of this changes. Now you get the top 6 here and you get the top 6 here. But notice here you're getting only one Pokemon. So this is a concept that we will go through that is called context filtering. We'll go through that in a bit. So if I take normal, I'll get Arceus, bug, I'm not getting any 6. This is because when you're selecting the bug, right, what's happening is in this chart you're filtering it based on the top 6 base total. That's the value that we have used to filter the top 6. So now in the top 6 base total Pokemons, the top 6 Pokemon based on base total, there is no bug Pokemon. So it is first filtering on the 6 and then it is searching whether there is bug or not. But we don't want it that way. We want it first that it should filter by type 1, type 2, generation, legendary, and then it should get the top 6, right? So we'll also see how these tiles are working even though the top 6 is working. The tiles are working fine, but top 6 is not working. Why? We'll go through that in just a second. So now let me unselect this again. Bug is working. If I click flying, it's not. So the first way of doing that was use as filter. The second way is you can go here and say, you can just click this and that will work, right? Use as filter. Now there's so I'll use the same thing here as well, and I'll use the same thing here as well. Now when you click this, it applies to all of the dashboards, right? But let's just have a go through this. Let me go to the sheet, and I see only type 1 and type 2 actions are being shown here, right? Why is, even though we have said use as filter for generation and legendary, why is it that these both are not showing? It's because we have not performed the actions yet. So if I say gen 1, right, and now I go back to this chart, I have the generation action, because it means that you need to perform that action, and only when the action is performed it understands that okay, fine, I have to put this in. Now see, is legendary is here. So now how do we get the top 6, right? Even though we have all the filters, I'm not getting any Pokemon over here. So how do I get that? It's very simple. All you have to do is click on this drop down and say add to context. So what this does is puts these filters in the higher level of hierarchy than the top 6 that we have taken. So now all of this looks fine, right? So that is all top context filtering is. If you want a filter to have a higher hierarchy, like to filter before another filter, you'll use context filtering. So that is where this works. Now you might wonder, why is it that the tiles are working even though you didn't do any context filtering over here? Like if I go to tile 3 and I go here, none of these are in context filtering, but this is giving me the right Pokemon. This is because here your filter is not based on the base total. Now the base total value is set in stone. There's no changing of the base total. It is not a calculated value. Whereas this Pokemon rank unique is a calculated field. So any calculated field is created after the filter. So in this context, in this chart, you have all these filters applying, and with the filters you are creating the rank. So it is not that the rank will not be the same irrespective of the filters. If the filters are changing, the rank is changing, right? So that is why this works, and this works without context filtering, whereas this will not work without context filtering, because base total is set in stone. Mutu's base total is the same irrespective of what filters you're applying, whereas here the Mutu's rank will be different based on the filters that you're applying. That is the difference here. Now let me see again whether it's all working. So if I want, let's say I want generation 1, what are the best water Pokemon? I've got Gyarados, Blastoise, Slowbro, Lapras, Cloyster, and Vaporeon. That's good. Where is fire? Fire type: Charizard, Moltres, Arcanine, Flareon, Ninetales, Traprush. Good. This looks fine. Now let's say I don't want any of this and I want only the top legendary. Well, it will not change. So psychic legendary, good. So I'm also not happy with this. I'm not happy with how the legendary is looking like, legend chart is looking like, because in any visualization it is important that it looks self-explanatory. It shouldn't, you shouldn't have to figure out what that chart means, because if I unselect this, it's very small for me to tell whether it is legendary or not, or whether it could be some other name, unless I hover around this. So I'm going to change that, and I'll say I'll take a pie chart over here instead of this. This looks fine, and here also fit entire view. This looks fine. So that's about this, and we'll add the legends. Let's see if I can add legends right here. Legends, color legend. Okay, yeah, the issue here is that the legend in this kind of, in Tableau, is not with this, it is separate. So this is fine as of now. Now in the next video we will look at the beautification of this, and within few strokes you'll have a dashboard that looks as beautiful as this. Right here you have everything, all the colors are coded, and we have the Pokeball symbol. All of this will be taken off in the next video. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of the day. Thank you.